Uncovering the secrets and exposing the lies. That's what readers of freedomsphoenix.com get every day. Readers of freedomsphoenix.com are constantly provided the information that detail the real news between the lines of propaganda about government policies and the true relationship we all have with coercive governments. Learn the true condition of our economy, innovations and technological breakthroughs in energy, health, computer science, and space travel. Learn the truth well before it's admitted to in the lamestream media, the media that is so last century. Corporate media has evolved into nothing more than distributors of government propaganda, but we now have a fantastic alternative. FreedomsPhoenix.com provides constant news updates on the issues that affect our lives in the most important ways. Our liberty and our property are under constant attack, and FreedomsPhoenix.com provides the understanding behind the propaganda while encouraging the participation of our readers. Join us at FreedomsPhoenix.com. That's freedoms with an S, Phoenix.com. FreedomsPhoenix.com, where the revolution between the ears has already matured.
Left alone, and those that just won't leave them alone. Which one are you? The Ernest Hancock Show.
Hey, welcome back to Declare Your Independence with me, Ernest Hancock, here from the beautiful studios of Freedoms with an S, freedomsphoenix.com in Phoenix, Arizona, where we got, the same as you, same as it's all the same. It says just shiny badgers. Now, I want to get back to Jade real quick. Jade Jones, she's the publisher of the newspaper, here we go, the Desert Freedom Press, and, they don't like it because, you just passed out. How many residents are there out there?
Well, I think they say there's somewhere around 3,800 residents, but most of the residents, or a fair percentage of them, aren't there through the summer months. We have one councilman who has another home in Prescott, and he closes his business and just drives down for the meetings, and who knows who really lives there, but the ones who actually stay 12 months consider it a badge of honor of some sort that
I remember
actually
they
stay.
were talking, I had a gentleman on yesterday who was talking about Mojave, which is kind of desolate, same thing, and they go, what's the population? And he goes, about half.
Yeah.
Whatever it says it is, it's really about half.
It's really about half.
So I'm going, okay, what is the asset? It's in the middle of nothing. It's like a death valley. You come over a ridge, and you see nothing as far as, you probably see 70 miles or more, 100 miles. It's just to the next mountain range going into California. So it's just out in the middle of nothing. Why there? What's there?
Well, apparently 100 some odd years ago, someone discovered there was water in the desert.
Oh, see how you are.
Underground aquifers.
Okay, I got to explain this. This is going on nationwide. Water is, that's it. It's what we want to control the water because they know with technology, you can be off grid and do just about anything if you have water. Well, not if the man says, you know what? All that water is our water. All the water. We own all the water. It's all ourn. Now, what happens is you go, okay, around Arizona, there are a lot of places where you can get water. Now, up in northeastern Arizona, where Senator Karen Johnson lives, we're going to be going up and visiting her soon. Hopefully, as soon as we can get out there within a week or so. And she's like, Ernie, she goes, we got a place for you, man. We want you to come look at it. Well, I'll go see. We'll see. But the thing is, we're getting ready just to be mobile, go anywhere we want anyway over the next year. But up there is a fight for the water. There is an enormous aquifer up there also. So keep in mind, the Southwest is big. It rains here sometimes. It's got a pool somewhere. Well, it's pooled underneath the ground in a lot of different places. And up there, she goes, the feds are coming in, and it's about the water. And, they'll use state and local and whatever and UN and whatever they can, water, ours. Now, quartzite, nothing's out there except some property owners. Oh, they in the way. We want to do something. What's some of the things they want to do?
Well, recently they repealed and replaced the entire chapter of business codes and regulations and completely took all due process out of it. And I asked them, I said, well, how'd you manage to subvert the due process clause? The town attorney says, I think that's just for criminal trials. Then recently they tried to repeal and replace 4 complete sections of the zoning code, which would have affected every property owner in town. We've had a lot of problems like that with regulation and with even just poking around and making people's lives difficult. We have a problem now where property values are down. Most of the town has for sale signs in it. Property owners are willing to settle for much less than they were in the past. And it doesn't look good. I think Quartzsite is kind of teetering on the edge of some very scary things. And I don't know what's going to be left in a couple of years if we don't do something differently.
Okay, so you decide you're going to do something. What are you going to do?
Well, I don't know if I decided. The community decided that I should run for town council. It wasn't really my idea to do it, but I finally, gave in to pressure of people asking me. I could have run for a job that paid better, like Justice of the Peace at about $90,000 a year, or county supervisor, $82,000 plus $82,000 in benefits. But no, I'm going to do the ethical thing and run for the $300 a month job where they call you dirty names and beat you up in the local media and make your life difficult.
I got to say this. I know there's a lot of people out there going, ethical? Being a shiny badger, making laws? There's nothing ethical about that. I said it, okay? So make you guys feel better. Now, the thing is, okay, you decide you're going to run for to be a shiny badger.
Yeah.
And do what with it?
Well, and as crazy as it sounds, spend less, repeal some of these regulations, because the more regulations you have, the more shiny badgers you need to enforce them. So now we have a town which probably only costs about $3 million to operate, running on a $10 million budget, just in case they get that grant money that rains down from the sky. And they're saying, oh, but we're not broke. We have money in the general fund. The auditor just revealed 2 weeks ago at the town council meeting that the only way we balanced the budget was by borrowing an additional $1.4 million from the Highway User Revenue Fund. We owed 1.3 something. Now we owe 2.7. And our new mayor inherited this problem, but the council members who are being recalled in the election I'm running for are the ones directly responsible for incurring that debt on the backs of the taxpayers. And I'd like to just see if there isn't some way we could reduce the size of the Quartzsite government and basically give the decisions back to the people and not the administration and the staff that are running the town now on their personal agendas.
You know how the decisions were done before? It was done by you go first, then I go. I mean, it was just freedom, and that was the draw. That's why it was so popular. It was just out. It was a gas pump. It was a restaurant. And it got to be. It was a party. It was fun. It was an enormous park and swap. And as soon as you start getting in the guys with shiny badges and their little ATVs going around trying to manage everybody, they just go, you know what? I don't want to go here anymore. I'll go somewhere else. So they're going to kill it. But they're going to create a debt. And they're going to go to the state legislature and they're going to say, oh, we got debt, man. Go Obama. We got debt. We got all this municipal debt. Bonding debt, borrowing from other funds that aren't even for them. Tell us about that. Isn't there some kind of transportation, highway, railroad kind of something fund out there? What you were talking about?
Yeah, Highway User Revenue Fund. It's money that's supposed to be used for like paving the roads or road improvements where there's some sort of tie into water and sewer and infrastructure and things like that. And Quartzsite has very few paved roads. Most of them are gravel, and most of them wash out when it rains. And it rains occasionally, but it rains hard. We have a big problem with washes and flooding. But we have very few paved roads. And I keep thinking, well, now I know why. We owe $2.7 million in debt to a giant overdraft that's interest-free that the town leaders keep borrowing from for other projects and have very few restrictions on exactly when they have to pay it back.
Where we're going. There aren't any roads, because they never do it anyway. It's just so, this is a perfect example. I like a small community like this because I had been through the 90s. I went through this before. And what happened is we followed it, and I'll tell you where it comes from. They have what they call the League of City and Towns, and they have a template that you want to be a city and you apply, you take some kind of vote and you create the city council and you have these people, and you go to the county and you say, we want to be a city, and then they approve, blah, 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 blah. And I tell you, they got a template for fascism. It's already just sitting right there, and they keep honing it and changing it and making sure they get their goodies. So I'm going, okay, if we're going to have this town thing, can you create a town that doesn't follow this template? Well, they don't give you that option. I'm wondering if you even can. So who comes in? Where is this? That's the starting pistol for what? Here come the city attorneys and town managers. Now, I got to ask you that question. Is there a city attorney?
Yes, we do.
Is there a
attorney.
town manager?
Oh, yes, there is.
And they're the ones that run everything, ain't they?
Well, they're making all the money, and they certainly seem to be running everything.
And I bet they came from, somewhere else.
Well, in Quartzsite, almost everyone came from somewhere else, but the town attorney drives up from Yuma at a cost of about $3,000 a trip twice a month. I'm not sure exactly where the town manager came from. Somewhere back east, I think New York or something originally.
You see? And this is how it is everywhere. Government, you know what? Government doesn't work. I want my money back. We'll be right back.